प्रिय और वृद्ध और सर्व गुणों में श्रेष्ठ पंडित श्री Kandha ji, all the assembled Pandit, and everyone who has joined us this morning. It's nice to see that you're able to come and join us this morning, because today is a special day. I'm going to give a bhumika, an intro, and then we'll get into what we're doing today. Very simple. We're going to do Bhagwan Ramji's puja. We're all going to get a chance to do his abhishek. While he's being dressed, we will have havan, we'll have a little bit of Ramayana, and then once the curtains open, we'll be able to do Ashtotar Shata Pushpanjali, which is offering 108 names of Bhagwan Ram. If you have brought any bhog to offer, any naivedya to offer, then everyone can offer it at that time, and then there'll be arti, and that'll be us today. I'm also looking at that time, and the time is running away, so I'll try and do a tweaked version, it's not tweaked anymore, X version of an intro. Intro is this. Valmiki Ramayana, we have very good, clear instructions that Ram Janma Bhoomi is Ayodhya. And in Ayodhya, where exactly Ram Janma Bhoomi is, that place is sacred to Hindus as much as the Bethlehem is sacred to Christians, as much as the Temple Mount in Jerusalem is sacred to Jews, as much as Mecca is sacred to our Muslim brothers and sisters. So too for us, we have 7 holy lands. 7 holy lands, of which the first one is Ayodhya, Mathura, Kashi, Maya, Hyavantika, Pura, there's 2 more. All of those 7 are our holy lands. We have access to 4 of those 7. One of those we haven't had access to for the past 500 years. The other one we haven't had access to for 1,000 years. That's Mathura. And the other one at Kashi we haven't had access to for 1,000 years. Now we're special because we were in the Caribbean. We didn't need to face all of that reality. But the one reality we had was Bhagwan Ram's name. I was walking on Bath Estate last autumn, and walking amongst the plantation, I could only imagine, I could hear how hard it must have been for our ancestors to work there. Remember, enslavement of the African Guyanese ended and indentured started, but it wasn't as if some other trained people came to take over. It was the same slaver people who had our ancestors working in their fields. Do you think they treated them any better? Absolutely not. What happened when our ancestors used to face the lashes of those people? I went and I saw in the corner of the Bath Estate, there's a tiny weeny Shivala. The tiny weeny Shivling, which is all aged and worn. But that Shivala is still there. I could only imagine that time when, after taking all of the heat of the day, working so hard, hearing the harassment and also feeling the harassment of what these overseers would do to our ancestors, they would take some respite in coming underneath that peepal tree that they planted there, coming underneath that mango tree that they planted there, the neem tree that they planted there, that vatavriksha they planted there, and underneath the shade of those beautiful trees, they would sit by the Shivalaya and chant what? Did we not have Ramayana Gol? Ramayana Gol means Ramayana Mandali, Ramayana. They were chanting Ramayana. So I would say, if there's anything that kept our ancestors alive and able to survive, it was Bhagwan Ram's name in Guyana. Boliye Siyavar Ramachandra Bhagwan ki Jai. So, thousands of years ago, holy place. And we used to say it's a holy place. Mirbaki destroyed whatever temple was there, built an Eega, which is called the Babri Masjid. Of course, we know that there were many issues that happened over time. This one said this one, that one said this one, blah, blah, blah. But what was interesting was Hindus never stopped going into the mosque to do their puja at the Ram Janmabhoomi site. It was only when the British came that they forbid Hindus from entering the place that they've always entered. And once that happened, issues were created. Unfortunately, many very sad issues happened. Of course, the riots that happened in the 1990s were some of the saddest times, I think. But the reason that riot happened was because of one thing. people didn't listen to the people that said, no, for thousands of years we've been here. It was only when the Allahabad High Court, the Faizabad District High Court, and eventually the Supreme Court of India ordered archaeological surveys of the area that they found a few very important things. One, continuous occupation of the site since the 2nd millennium BCE. That means for 4,000 years that site was occupied. Two, that site had never had structures on it for living. There was never houses on it. There was never universities on it. There was never baths on it or any other type of structure on it. They couldn't, archaeologists only go by the evidence of what's left, right? So they couldn't tell. What they found was 50 bases for pillars, 17 rows of pillars. Can you imagine how many pillars are in this place? You can think, right? 17 rows of pillars. Can you imagine how big that building must have been? And when they excavated further and further, at the 10th century, they found that there were 12 pillars that survived the damage and the onslaught of the years. And on those pillars were kalash. Some Marxist historian said, oh, these pillars must have been from a mosque that was there before. Since when does mosque use kalash? Very interesting. And also on the main doors of the entry to that thing, the 2 pillars that they found had 2 crocodiles. Which Devi of our tradition rides atop a crocodile? Ganga Mai. So after that, there could be no question, and I'm only telling you this because I've been reading what the New York Times has been saying, I've been reading what BBC has been saying, and I'm flabbergasted that they would go against the evidence that was accepted in the Supreme Court by a Buddhist Dalit judge, by a Hindu judge, and by a Muslim judge. 3 people who are tasked to rule over this thing. Can you imagine? Today, therefore, it's a day of complete happiness and joy that after 500 years, our people who survived on the name of Shri Ram in the West Indies are finally able to access that place that we consider so important, that place where Mother Kaushalya, she sung Bhai Pragat Kripala. Can you imagine that place, how important that place is? We finally got access to it. They're doing pratishthas. If you've watched over the days, there was pratishtha rituals going on. The final phase of the pratishtha rituals are going on. Right now it's 11 o'clock, 11:20 over here. It's coming up to 10 o'clock over there at night. Bhagwan's baby form has been put to rest in a nice little symbolical bed. And the theory is that in this murti, tomorrow morning when they raise the murti, when they wake it up, just like Kausalyama would have woken up baby Ram, tomorrow when they perform the final pratishtha rituals, where it will be about midnight our time here, that finally Bhagwan Ram, after 550 years, will be able to be seen. It's not as if he was anywhere else. I also want to say this. Not all Ram Bhajanis, all people who are devotees of Bhagwan Ram ever used murtis as a symbol. Right? But there are also those Ram Bhajanis, Ram Bhaktas who use murtis as a symbol. So that murti will finally be installed on the place where Bhagavan Shri Ram incarnated. I think that's a great thing. Boliye Siyavar Ramachandra Bhagavan Ki Jai. It's in that auspicious thought. Let us bring our thoughts to Ayodhya. If you can't bring your thoughts to Ayodhya, bring your thoughts to yourself. If you can do one step further, think back to your parents or your grandparents, who you might have remembered in the bottom house of their houses would have repaid the gobar nicely, would have drawn with raw flour a nice 8-petal lotus, would have put a kalash in front of it, and they would have done puja jhandi to Hanumanji, and afterwards they would have had Ramayana satsang. Can you bring your minds back to there? Can you remember the feelings? If you are able to extrapolate a bit further and think of what their parents must have been doing, must have been singing when they were in the fields of Guyana and the West Indies. And if you can go one step further back, when we were in India ourselves, when our bloodlines were in India itself, can you imagine how nice it must have been to say the name of Shri Ram? Bring your mind into that focus, and let us start today with Panditji and Aryasmati. who will take, of course, flowers over there. Take flowers in your hands and we'll do the avahanas. And you just place the flowers at the feet of Shri Ram as we go through all of these. Mantra for everyone today. Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. So first flower is to invoke Tulsi Das Ji. Om Tulasi ka namastubhyam yahagaccha shuchiprata nairityopavishyedam pujanam prativriyadam. Om Shri Tulsi Dasaya Namaha. Dhyanarthe pushpani samarpayami. Wonderful. Next one is for Valmiki. Shri Valmika namastubhyam yahagaccha shuchiprata uttara purvayor madhye tishta krishnishva mirchanam. Om Shri Valmikaya Namaha. ध्यानार्थे पुष्पाणि समर्पयामि. भगवान शंकर के लिए गौरीपति नमस्तुभ्यं यागच्छमेश्वर पूर्व दक्षिणयोर मध्ये तिष्ठ पूजां गृणीष्व मे. ओम श्री गौरीपतये नमः. श्री लक्ष्मण जी के लिए श्री लक्ष्मण नमस्तुभ्यं यागच्छ सह प्रिय यामि भागे समातिष्ठं पूजं गृहणं न मे सदा. ओम श्री सपत्निकाय लक्ष्मणाय नमः. शत्रुघ्न के लिए यू ऑफर फ्लावर्स जस्ट द फीट ऑफ भगवान शिवम. श्री शत्रुघ्न नमस्तुभ्यं यागच्छ सत्प्रिया पीठस्य पश्चिमे भागे पूजनं स्वीकुरुष्व मे. ओम श्री सपत्निकाय शत्रुघ्नाय नमः. श्री भरत नमस्तुभ्यं यागच्छ सत्प्रिया पीठस्योत्तरे भागे तिष्ठपूजां गृहाण मे. ओम श्री सपत्निकाय भरताय नमः. और हनुमान जी के लिए सेम थिंग ट्वाइस. कोई बात नहीं. श्री हनुमान नमस्तुभ्यं यागच्छ कृपानिधे पूर्व भागे समातिष्ठ पूजनं स्वीकुरुष्व मे. ओम हम हनुमते रुद्रात्मकाय हुं फट्. प्रधान पूजा च कर्तव्या विधिपूर्वकं पुष्पांजलिं गृहीत्वा ध्यानं पूजापश्च. So we now take flowers in our hands for Bhagavan Shri Sita Ram. Their dhyan, let everybody focus their minds on Bhagavan Shri Sita Ram. रक्तां भोजदलाभिरामनयनं पीताम्बरालङ्कृतं श्यामाङ्गं विभुजं प्रसन्नवदनं श्रीसीतया शोभितं. कारुण्यामृतसागरं प्रियगणैर्भ्रात्राथिभिर्भावितं वन्दे विष्णुशिवादिसेव्यमनिशं भक्तेष्टसिद्धिप्रदं भक्तेष्टसिद्धिप्रदम्. आगच्छ जानकीनाथ जानक्या सह राघव गृहाणमः पूजां च वायुपुत्रादिभिर्युत. भगवते श्री सीतारामचन्द्राय नमः. ध्यानार्थे पुष्पाणि समर्पयामि. Offer flowers for Bhagwan Shri Sitaram and then offers Tulsidar for in this place of symbolically giving a golden throne to Bhagwan Shri Sitaram. हरि ओम सहस्रशीर्षः पुरुषः सहस्राक्षः सहस्रपात्रः भूमिगुं सर्वतस्पृथात्रिखड्गशाङ्गुलम्. भगवते श्री सीतारामाभ्यां नमः. आसनार्थे क्षुतान् आसनार्थे तुलसीदलानि समर्पयामि. Offer water to Bhagwan's feet. एतावानस्य महिमा तुलजायां च पूरुषः पादोऽस्य विश्वाभूतानि त्रिपादस्यामृतं देवी श्री सीतारामाभ्यां नमः. पादोपाद्यं then to his hands, hastyodarkhyam, then to his mouth, mukhe achmaniyam jalam, then all over his body, sarvange snaniyam jalam samarpayami Shri Sita Ramachandrabhyam namaha. Good. You can start with that. Om payaha prabhudyam payo grati kupayo duyam garche payo dhaha payo satihi sadishaha santu mahiyam kamadhen sabdhutam sarvesham After that water, madhye madhye paniyam jalam samarpayami. Pasnanathe shuddhodaka snanam samarpayami. Dadi snanam. Now yogurt. Om Dadikramo Akarikam Vishnorasya Vajinah Surabhinam Akarapana Ayom Hikarikata. Radisnanam Samarpayami Sitaram Lakshmana Hanmatebhyo namo namaha. Shnanate Shuddhodaka Snanam Samarpayami. Also clean water. Shuddhodaka Snanam Om Shanno Devi Ravishya Apo Bhavantu Pita Yeshanyo Rikhavantunaha. Shuddhodaka Snanam Samarpayami. Bhagavate Sita Ramadakuna Hanmatebhyo namaha. Ghee. You can just rub the ghee nicely on Bhagavan's faces. Om Ghidam Nimitte Ghitamase Yone Gudeshu Pamitamase Dhama Amitagamavamare Swaha Tam Ghitabhakshabhiyamma Ghitasnanam Samarpayami Bhagavate Sita Ramadakuna Hanmatebhyo namo namaha. Ghitasnanante Shuddhodaka Snanam. Clean water. And then once clean water, then use honey. Om Madhupadharitaye Madhucharanti Sindhavaha Madhyamaha Santokadihi Madhunatanto Vaso Madhunakadhivagom Rakaha Madhukyavasinahrita Madhuman Mokanasatir Madhuman Asisudyaha Madhyagavo Bhavantunaha Madhusmanam Samadhyami Bhagavate Shri Raam Lalla Mandir Bhagavatyam Shri Raam Lalla Mandir Sita Ramadandabhyam Namaha Shuddhodaka Snanam Samarpayami. And clean water. And then finally after clean water, sugar. Exactly. Om Apadam Nasamavaya Saguna Sudye Sampatum Samahitam Apadam Nasudyo Rasasam Bhogranam Samamapayami Hito Sindhaya Pandutam Ramani Kate Yonindaya Padasatamamma Ikshutara Smudhuta Shakara Purkitaya Kamala Paharika Vidya Smana Kandati Vidyatamamma Shankarasnanam Smarpayami Bhagavatyam Shri Sita Ramadhyam Namaha Lakshmanaya Namaha Hanumate Namaha. There is a roll of Sanatan. Use half of the Kandha. And again, for the next class. Harihi Om Panchanabhyaha Saraswati Mapiyanti Sasrodasaha Saraswati Pupankadhaso Deshe Bhavat Sarita Panchamritam Mayamritam Payorutam Madhurkarkarata Smayutam Snanayam Pariviram Panchamritam Mahasnanam Samarpayami Bhagavate Sita Ramadhyam Lakshmanaya Namaha Lakshmanaya Namaha Hanumate Namaha. Panchamritam Snanam Shuddhodaka Snanam clean water. And as we're going through this Abhishek, if our lovely satsang Mandir will get ready to sing Kirtan of Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram or whatever Shri Ram bhajan you have. You get ready in the meantime, I'll continue with a few mantras and then we'll turn straight over to the Kirtan once we're done with the mantras. Kandha. Harihi Om Ajeti Yadhani Kataranti Sitaha Sami Panginaha Tiribhadu Sarpudodane Vadhanmani Dhanmate Bhagavate Shri Sita Ramadhyam Mahasi Vatmanaya Mahasi Hamate Namaha Tirtha Jalasnanam Samarpayami Ganga Jalasnanam Samarpayami. Then go to the Snanam to Chandan water. Harihi Om Arum Sanate Arum Prabhu Prasadam Prabhuta Prabhu Gandhase Tomam Vasurabhaya Vaso Arpitaha. Then go to the Snanam Smarpayami Bhagavatyam Sita Ramadhyam Namaha Lakshmanaya Namaha Hanumate Namo Namaha. Kesha water, saffron water. Okhadihi Kadimodakam Putratihi Kasudarihi Asvarihi Kadiparihi Parishnavaha Pushpakara Samarpayami Bhagavatyam Sita Ramadhyam Namaha Lakshmanaya Namaha Hanumate Namo Namaha. Good. So just with clean water, the saffron water. We'll invite everyone now to slowly please come up. If any of you would like to do Abhishek, this is a good day to do Abhishek. It's also Tutelage, Nadashi, a very, very sacred day in our calendar anyway, and it's even more sacred because we have the Ram's Pratishtha Karya. So please, slowly please stand up and join our Yajmans over there. They will wash your hands for you, and then you may offer with your own hands lota of water to Bhagavan Shri Ram. And you can think that in your hands you just had a bath in Saryu Mata in the Saryu River, and then you've taken a lota of water to bathe him on the occasion of his arrival. Can you imagine how nice it will be to sing at the end, Rama Ayodhya at the end? But we'll turn now to Kirtan after 2 mantras just to start the Abhishek. Hari Om Ayam Vishnu Vitakame Vedhanjale Padam Vasmudam Sipakam Surya Swaha Vishwale Namaha Om Vishnu Vedhatam Sri Vishnu Ho Sankresho Vishnu Ho Sura Sri Vishnu Guru Sri Vishnu Sri Vishnu Deva Om Bhagavate Sitaram Ham Krishnan Syavar Ramachandra Bhagavan Ki Jai.
Ram Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Oh, Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Ram Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. 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 Oh, Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Follow. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Oh, Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Oh, Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Follow. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Follow. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai राम जी के नाम ने तो पात बितारे, राम जी के नाम ने तो पात बितारे, राम जी के नाम ने तो पात बितारे, राम जी के नाम ने तो पात बितारे। जो न जपी राम, जो न जपी राम वही किस्मत के मारे, राम जी के नाम में तो पात बिसारे, राम जी के नाम में तो पात बिसारे।
बजुमन राम चरण सुखदाई, बजुमन राम चरण सुखदाई, राम चरण सुखदाई, राम चरण सुखदाई, भजुमन राम चरण सुखदाई, भजुमन राम चरण सुखदाई, भजुमन राम चरण सुखदाई, भजुमन राम चरण सुखदाई। जय चरणन की सरित, शंकर जटा समाई, जय चरणन की सरित, शंकर जटा समाई, जटा शंकरी नाम परो है, जटा शंकरी नाम परो है, त्रिभुवन पावन आई, भजुमन राम चरण सुखदाई, भजुमन राम चरण सुखदाई, राम चरण सुखदाई, राम चरण सुखदाई, भजुमन राम चरण सुखदाई। जय चरणन की चरण पादुका, परत रहो बुराई, सोई चरण गौतम ऋषि नाई, तब हरि नाम चुराई, भजुमन राम चरण सुखदाई, भजुमन राम चरण सुखदाई, राम चरण सुखदाई, राम चरण सुखदाई, भजुमन राम चरण सुखदाई, भजुमन राम चरण सुखदाई।
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare
Chance for Abhishek. He's going to get the chance to do Archana, which is even more involved. But as our lovely devotees begin the process of dressing Shri Ram, Shri Bhagavan Shri Sita, Ram, Lakshmana and Hanuman, we will involve ourselves in a few moments of Ramcharitmanas as the Havan is going on as well, just because we're mindful of your time too. Karishma. It's okay. Uncle has it. I think that was the one. I can remember back to the time when I first heard Shri Ram's name. And that was through Hanumanji. Because the first thing that I was taught in our household by my grandmother was the Hanuman Chalisa. I can remember that. To me, Hanuman Chalisa has, we've read the translations and we know the story and all of that, but to me the greatest meaning of the Hanuman Chalisa was the fact that my grandmother sang it when she needed help. When there was a time in her life that I noticed she was a bit more quiet than usual. I'll note that in the morning she will go and sit down in front of Hanumanji and chant that Chalisa with a little bit more connection, a little bit more intensity. And so we will begin our Shri Ramcharitmanas exploration with Hanumanji's Katha. Before that, a few mantras. So may I ask you to please sit up straight, clasp your hands, bow your heads a little bit, close your eyes. Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. ओम श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम। ओम श्री राम जय जय राम। ओम श्री राम जय जय राम। आपदामपहर्तारं दातारं सर्वसम्पदां लोकाभिरामं श्रीरामं भूयो भूयो नमाम्यहम्। दक्षिणे लक्ष्मणो यस्य वामे च जनकात्मजा पुरतो मारुतिर्यस्य तं वन्दे रघुनन्दनम्। Everybody. रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेधसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीताया पतये नमः। सीताया पतये नमः। ओम श्री राम जय जय राम। श्री गुरु चरण सरोज रज निज मन मुकुर सुधार। वरनौ रघुवर विमल जसु जो दायक फल चार। बुद्धिहीन तनु जानिके सुमिरौ पवन कुमार। बल बुद्धि विद्या देव मोहि हरौ कलेश विकार। जय हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर जय कपीस तिहु लोक उजागर। राम दूत अतुलित बलधामा महावीर विक्रम बजरंगी कुमति निवारण सुमति के संग। कंचन वरण विराज सुरेशा हाथ वज्र और ध्वजा विराजे। शंकर सुवन केसरी नंदन तेज प्रताप महाजन। राम तात कहिए को आतुर सूक्ष्म रूप धरि सिर दिखावा। विकट रूप धरि लंक जरावा। भीम रूप धरि असुर संहारे। रामचंद्र जी के काज सवारे। लाल सजीवन रतन जयाए। श्री रघुवीर हरषि उर लाए। रघुपति कीन्ही बहुत बड़ाई। सरस बदन तुम्हारो जस गावे। रस कहि श्रीपति कंठ लगावे। सनकादिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीसा नारद सारद सहित अहिसा। जम कुबेर दिगपाल जहाते। कवि कोविद कहि सके कहाते। तुम उपकार सुग्रीव कीन्हा। राम मिलाए राजपद दीन्हा। तुम्हरो मंत्र विभीषण माना। लंकेश्वर वै सब जग जाना। युग सहस्र जो जन पर भानु। लील्यो ताहि मधुर फल। प्रभु मुद्रिका मिलित माहि। जल दिलांग जय जय जगाई। दुर्गम काज जगत के जेते। सब नारी जय तुम रे। राम दुआरे तुम रखवारे। होतन आज्ञा बिनु पैसारे। सब सुख रहे तुम्हारी सरना। जन्म जगत समारो तीनों लोक हाथ देखा। भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवे। महावीर जब नाम सुनावे। नासै रोग हरै सब पीरा। जपत निरंतर हनुमत वीर। संकट ते हनुमान छुड़ावे। मन क्रम वचन ध्यान जोड़ावे। सब पर राम तपस्वी राजा। तिनके काज सकल तुम साजा। और मनोरथ जो कोई लावे। सोई जीवन भर पावे। चारों जुग परताप तुम्हारा। है प्रसिद्ध जगत उजियारा। साधु संत के तुम रखवाले। असुर निकंदन राम दुलारे। अष्ट सिद्धि नौ निधि के दाता। असवर दीन ज्ञान की माता। राम रसायन तुम्हारे पासा। सदा रहो रघुपति के दासा। तुम्हारे भजन राम को भावे। जन्म जन्म के दुख जो यह पढ़े हनुमान चालीसा हो से सारी मनीषा। तुलसीदास सदा हरि तेरा कीजे नारद महादेव। पवन तनय संकट हरण मंगल मूर्ति रूप। राम लखन सीता सहित हृदय बसो सुरभूष। रावण राम उमापति महादेव की जय। पवन सुत हनुमान की जय। बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय। बोलिए पवन सुत हनुमान की जय। प्रविसी नगर की जय सब काजा। हृदय राखी को सल्प राजा. This is what Hanumanji taught us, and it's a little bit about that I would like to reflect upon today. Can't do that, unfortunately, unless we sing the glories of Shri Ram. So therefore, it's very fortunate. So let's all sing a very simple bhajan that Tulsidas Ji himself wrote, that we all know. That's in Rupak. God help us. Shri Ram Chandra Kripal Bhaj Man Haran Bhav Bhai Darunam Navakanda Lochan Kanja Mukha Kar Kanja Pada Kandarunam Kandarpaya Ganita Yamita Chabi Navanila Sundaram Patapitamaanahu Taditaruti Shuchi Naumi Janaka Sutavaram Bhajadina Bandhu Dinesha Danavadetya Vansha Nikandanam Raghunandayananda Kandha Koshal Chanda Dasharathanandan Sira Mukta Kundala Tilak Charu Puharu Anga Vibhushanam Adanu Bhuja Sharjabdhar Sangram Jita Kharadushanam Iti Vadati Tulasidas Shankar Sheshamuni Manaranjanam Mama Hridaya Kanja Nivas Kuru Kamari Khaladala Ganjanam Managai Rachev Milai Sobad Sahaja Sundar Samaro Karuna Niphan Sudan Sila Sneha Ganat Ravaro Yehi Bhati Gauri Asis Sun Siya Sahita Hiya Harshiyari Tulasi Bhavani Puji Gunit Mudit Mana Mandir Chali Shri Ram Chandra Kripalo Bhajan Bhava Bhaidaronam Navaganda Lochana Kanja Mukha Kanja Pada Kanjarunam Kanja Pada Kanjarunam Kanja Pada Kanjarunam Jani Gauri Anukul Siyahi Har Kun Jai Kahi Manjul Mangal Mool Bamayang Bharkan Lage सियावर रामचंद्र भगवान की जय। श्री अवध बिहारी भगवान की जय। वाम अंग फरकन लगे. Today, of course, you could take this particular part of the Ramcharitmanas and go on for about 4 or 5 days, as I have done in the past. However, I pick up this part of Shri Ramcharitmanas because Goswami Tulsidas Ji records an important event that for some reason we are alive to witness. What is that? the day before Bhagavan Ram came back to Ayodhya, Tulsidas ji has written very nicely what was going on at that point in time when Bhagavan actually came back that first time. Nice, right? So we get to hear what Sri Sita Ram ji, what Hanuman ji, but more importantly, what Bharat ji was doing. Why is Bharat important? Well, he was in charge. On the Singhasan was his lovely Bhagavan Shri Ram ji's padukas, and Bharat ji for 14 years had been very, very kindly, dutifully, diligently taking care of Ayodhya, using Shri Ram ji's charan, the way that Bhagavan walked, the way that Bhagavan talked, as his inspiration for administering Ayodhya in his absence. I must start, of course, with the shloka that begins. Ke kartha bhanilam surapara vilasad viprapadabjachihnam shobhadhyam pitavastram sarasijanayanam sarvada suprasannam Pano nara chachapam kapinikarayutam bandhuna sevyamanam Naumidhyam janakisham raghuvar manisham Pushpakarudha Ramam Siyavar Ramachandra Bhagavan ki Jai Pushpakarudha Ramam Bhagavan Rama, who is sat in the Pushpaka Viman. If it was a plane, Bhagavan knows, but it was some kind of lotus contraption that was bringing him. I don't see a Boeing 707 or 747 or Airbus 320 inside the Ramayana, but what we do know is that something called Pushpak was the vehicle being used to bring back Bhagavan Ram to Ayodhya. So, as things are beginning, we all know the story, we all know where to pick up. I told you the story this morning of where we are in history. That part of the story I want you to pick up and bring to the day before the Pratishtha. The day before Bhagavan Ram in his baby form is established in Ayodhya's Garbhagriha, in the sanctum of the mandir that has been built atop the Janmasthan. Bring that. I know you can have 2 or 3 things going in your mind at the same time. You're able to listen to me and check your Instagram feed and make sure that you've told the friend who's supposed to bring the thing afterwards to make sure it's there, right? Multitasking. So, as you bring that one narrative, which is the historical reality, to fore, we also bring the narrative of Sri Sitaramji coming back. And what happened, we all know. Hanumanji was sent ahead to give khabar. Where's all these singers? Khabar loge hamari khabar yare. So to give the khabar, to give the news of the arrival to Bharatji. Now he didn't go and make a big old clamor about it. He went quietly and he told Bharatji that Bhagavan Ram is coming back. So you know, people, it says here in the Ramcharitmanas that people were very sad while Bhagavan Ram was away. But when Bharatji received Hanuman, that was the first thing. Who is this? This man doesn't look like he comes from this area. Right? Modern day Bangalore area, Karnataka area is where Hanumanji is supposed to be from. And Awadh is where Bharat is sitting. People from those areas, from different tribes, they look very different. However, when Hanumanji entered and told Bharatji that Ramji was coming back, Bharat went and told the mothers first. Kausalya said that Kausalya couldn't wait to go and see, but also Kaikeyi, Sumitra, they couldn't wait to go and see the returning of Bhagavan Shri Ram. But in Bharat's mind, there was one thing that was really important, and I want us to perhaps see where this takes us. And I haven't played or sung Ramayana in a very long time, so please forgive me if this goes wayward. Shri Ram Jai Jai Rama, Shri Ram Jai Jai Rama, Shri Ram Jai Shri Ram Jai Jai Rama, Shri Ram Jai Jai Rama. भरत मन दुख भयो अपारा, कारण कवन नाथ नहीं आयो, जानी कुटिल के धाम इसरायो। श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम, श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम। धन्य लक्ष्मण बड़ भागी, धन्य लक्ष्मण बड़ भागी, राम पदार बिंदय अनुरागी, कपटी कुटिल मोह प्रभु कीना, ताते नाथ संग नहीं लीना। श्री राम राम भजो भाई, जय न भजे सो राम दुहाई। राम भजो भाई, जय न भजे सो हरि के दुहाई, जय न भजे सो हरि के दुहाई, जय न भजे सो हरि के दुहाई। सियावर रामचंद्र भगवान की जय। Bharat said, Rao ek din avadhara. The time that I was waiting for, there was only one more day left. I've been here 14 years. I've tried my best to do everything, and I think I'm ready for Bhagwan Ram to return, however. Samujhata mana dukha bhayo para. As soon as he thought of that thought, immediately another thought came into our minds. You know, sometimes when you receive good news and you can't believe it, there's a doubt that creeps in. What was the doubt that crept into Bharatji's mind? He said, Karana kaun natha nahi aayo, jani kutil ke dhaum wahi bisarayo, aha dhanya lakshmana badbhagi, rama padar vind anuragi, jau karuni samujho prabhu mori, nahi nistar kalapak sat kori, janav gun prabhu man nakao, dina bandhati mridul subhao. Now he knows the reason why Lakshman went with Bhagwan Ram to the forests. However, Bharat started to think, I wonder if it's maybe because of whatever made Ramji not take me with him to the forest that he's taking so long to come back. Someone like Bharat, who's absolutely clean-minded, absolutely righteous in the way that he's behaving, amazing administrator. I'm sure if they had, all these TV news channels, that they would have been saying, look, day by day, this is increasing, day by day, that is increasing. Ayodhya was good. But Bharat started to doubt. Is it that thing that made Ramji leave me here in the first place? Is that the reason why Ram doesn't want to come back here? Because of me? Is it because of me that Bhagwan Ram doesn't want to come back here? I thought that was a really interesting thought. Because you'd think that, especially the way that Sri Tulsidas Ji writes the Ramcharitmanas, you'd think that the entirety of the entire time would be the happiest Diwali, everything is good kind of situation. What this shows to me is self-reflection. Takes that moment just to see, just to look from head to toe, examine our thought processes. Are we really ready for everything? Did we check everything? Did we make sure everything is right? Am I celebrating this in the right way? Am I leaving anybody behind in the celebration? Was there someone that I should have informed that he's coming? Making sure that when Bhagwan Ram returned, that he hadn't done anything that would make his Bhagwan go away again. That's what was in his mind. Sometimes we're able to do things and we think of what we've done as so amazing that we're ready to shout it from the top of the roofs. What that means nowadays, shout it on the top of the roofs before mobile phone. Now mobile phone, put a nice big Instagram post, here I am, everything's perfect, look at everything, it's great. And some people might not do that, they might do it gently, but still the Instagram photo goes up. They might not be boasting, but still they want to share the good news with everybody. And so they'll put it there, look how nice I look in my dhoti. Right? They will put that on Instagram. So, Bharat confusion at that point in time is what Tulsidasji brings. And I just wanted to end with the Chopai I wrote here, 1 and 3, let's see. Yes. I would like to listen to what Hanumanji said. He gave the news, he went away. He thought Bharat would be very happy. He came back and noticed Bharat is happy and he's got everything under control, everything is being done, blah, blah, blah. But he noticed that Bharat isn't crying or sad or anything, he's just like this. You know that? You know how that goes? What if? Kind of like what if? Kind of like I hope I did everything right. That bhavana shows humility. Oh, I've done everything. You know? That allows for overlooking things. It allows for mistakes to set in. And what Bharatji was not going to do was allow his ego or his happiness, even happiness contributes to ego. He would not let that cloud his mind from doing his job correctly, which is to make sure that when Bhagavan Ram returns to Ayodhya, I can't believe I'm alive and saying these words, that Bhagavan Ram is returning tomorrow to Ayodhya in a form that we've known for 2,000 years at the very least. To see that Bharat is coming and thinking about this in this way, it made Hanumanji so happy. What did Hanumanji say? Shri Raam Jai Ram Jai Jai Rama. Shri Raam Jai Ram Jai Jai Rama. Sojan Sukhadata Ayu Kusal Deva Muni Prata Jai Jai Rama Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Rama Repuran Sujasu Suragavar Sita Anuja Sahit Purayavar Sunata Bachan Bisare Sab Dukha Krisagant Jini Pavat Piyusha Shri Ram for whose absence you grieve day and night, Bharat, ever repeating the role of his virtues, the glories of the house of Raghu, the delight of the faithful and deliverer of the deities and the sages, he has arrived here to Awadh in safety. Having conquered Ravana in battle, with the Devatas singing his glories, Bhagavan Shri Ram, along with Sita ji and Lakshman, are now returning to Ayodhya. Bole Syavar Ramachandra Bhagavan ki jai. On hearing these words, Trishawanta Jini Pava Piyusha, he forgot everything. All of his worries left his mind again, that someone like Hanumanji came and told him that everything is fine. Bhagavan Shri Ram is coming back. Can you imagine how happy? Finally, having done everything before, done all the preparations, checked everything twice, dotted all the I's, crossed all the T's, got all the buzz and all the shas from the buzz. I don't know. If you write Devanagari, you know what I'm on about. Done everything. And Hanumanji is finally able to confirm to Bharat that it's nothing that you're doing is causing any kinds of consternation. Don't be worried. No delay is happening. Bhagwan Ram is back with Sita ji and with Lakshman ji to Ayodhya. The closing chaupai I wanted to look at today was what Ramji was saying. You know, Ramcharitmanas was written in the 1540s, right? That's also around the time that the masjid was built on that site. But I want you to understand what Bhagwan Ram himself said about that place in the words of Tulsidas ji. In Valmiki Ramayana you can say the same thing. When Bhagwan Ram was coming back into Ayodhya, now you know when you go back, I don't know if you've gone back, I went back to the place that I used to go to in Guyana when my grandparents were alive. And I start to remember when you get off at Timeri and you drive that long road up, and we cross the bridge because we're West Bankers, and we go across to Vredenhoop, and we go down, and I start to say, oh yeah, that's where that uncle lives. And oh yeah, that's where that auntie who makes a nice pulauri lives. And then we start to go down the dam, and I say, oh yeah, that was a mango tree I fell and broke my hand from. And oh yeah, that's the house of that uncle and auntie does Costco day and night. Right? You do all of that as you're going back into a place that you've known and you've missed, terribly missed. In that same way, Shri Ram was pointing out to Sita ji, why would Sita ji need to know? Bhai, someone you love, they're going to share your excitement. So Ramji is going to tell Sita ji, and he's also going to point out to everybody else in that Pushpak Viman, look, over there is this thing that I grew up with, over there is that thing that I grew up with. What did Bhagwan Ram say about Ayodhya when he got to the outskirts? Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Rama. 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 Janma Bhoomi Mama Puri Suhavani Uttar Dishi Bahar Sarayu Pavani Jama Janate Vinay Prayasa Mama Samipanar Pavai Vasa Shri Ram जो राम बखानी श्री राम जय Janma Bhoomi Mama Puri Suhavani. This beautiful city is where I was born. Bhagwan Ram says unequivocally. Uttar Disiva Sarayu Pavani. In the north of the city, the purifying Sarayu River flows. Anyone who's been to Ayodhya, just put your hand a little bit, let me see. Oh, do you remember the Sarayu banks? You remember how cold that water felt when that hot air around you was there? Oh. That Sarayu River flows in the north. And 3 days ago, the ladies and the Pandits of Ayodhya, some of my seniors, some of my juniors, they were all there getting the Sarayu Jal in the 8 kalashas that would be used yesterday for the Mahasnapana that took place. 5 days of yajna has been going on. Today is the 6th day, tomorrow is the 7th day. The 6 days of yajna has just concluded. Yes, 11 o'clock over there at night. They've concluded because once you put Bhagavan's Vigraha to sleep, you're supposed to sing Sohar. You're supposed to sing lullabies. So those lullabies were being sung in the traditional Avadhi. They have people like Mahalini Avasti, like Maithili Thakur. All those people are singing at the moment. They have a concert going on at the moment to sing and increase the devotion of people, to make people feel how Kausalya and Dashrath must have felt when they knew that Bhagavan Ram was there. How Sumitra, Kaikeyi must have felt when Bharat, Shatrughna, Lakshman, when they knew that their kids were there. How it would have been nice, how it would have been nice to put them asleep. All of the people of Ayodhya currently are singing this. I want to just point out what Ramji says, Bhagavan Ram says in his couple of lines. He says, Ja majjanate binay prayasa mama samipa narapavai vasa. When people take a bath in Saryu, they immediately find, he's playing on the word vasa, right? They immediately find residence within my heart. Who would take the time to go these days and bathe in a river? Of course, somebody who has devotion will go and bathe in a river, especially India's rivers. You would have to see the spiritual significance of that river before you would take a dip in a river in India. I say that because at many colleges they don't like certain things, and especially when I see certain things floating in the water, I have to think 5 or 6 times before I go in there. Thankfully, when I went to Gangaji the first time in my life, I had absolutely no hesitation of jumping right in there because of what my grandfather had taught me. I hope that if you ever get a chance in your life to go there, and I know you will, if you can fly to Hawaii, you can fly to Asai too, right? I hope when you go there, you entertain not so much what's going on today, everything decays over time. But you keep that thought alive in your mind that kept our grandparents, our great-grandparents, our great-great-grandparents alive on the plantations of Guyana. That thought kept them alive. I want you to keep that thought alive when you go to Bharat and take a dip in Sri Saryuji, Sri Yamunaji, especially Yamunaji, and Gangaji as well. Of course, all of the Nadis. Ati Priya Moi Haake Basi, people who live here are Vanar Sena that were accompanying Hanumanji. They were listening to this and they said, wow, what a place this must be that Bhagavan Ram has described so beautifully. And I will say today, wow, it really is a beautiful place, not because of its geography or its climate or even all of the new things like economy that is growing fast over there and all of these new infrastructure. That's beautiful for sure for the people that are living there, but for being, the ability to see that place where Ramji grew up, to see where Sita ji made her rasoi. Sita ki rasoi was also part of Ramji's mosi rasoi halwa. Why is that in my head? Can you imagine when Sita ji was cooking to feed him Bhagwan Ram? That place is also there for you to come and touch. It doesn't look the same, but you can come and touch and see that place. Amazing, right? Sita ki rasoi is there. When Bhagwan Ram became a little, hid himself in order to have darshan of baby Ram, like Pandit Shri Ram ji was saying when he was giving Katha here. That place where Shivji turned into that little, disguised as an elderly scholar. That place is there. All of those places are in the Janma Bhoomi, Janma, and all are there waiting for us to go and see. So, I will close with just a small kirtan so that we can go ahead with the Archana. So let us sing a little kirtan together before we do the Archana. Once the Archana is done and Bhog is done. Oh, Shini Archana. Once we have completed the Archana ritual, then we will do Bhog and then we'll do Aarti, and that will bring our satsang for today to a close. Yes. That's right? Anything left? For now, we keep it close. Just when we start the Archana, then we'll open everything. So just a very simple, easy kirtan. I would like you to repeat after me, right? Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Rama. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Rama. Shri Ram Jai Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Sita Ram Jai Sita Rama. Radhe Shyam Jai Radhe Shyam. Radhe Shyam Jai Radhe Shyam. Jai Raghunandan Jai Siya Rama. Jai Raghunandan Janaki Vallabha Sita Rama. Janaki Vallabha Sita Rama. Jai Nand Nandan Jai Ghanshyama. Radha Vallabha Radhe Shyama. Jai Nand Nandan Jai Ghanshyama. Radha Vallabha Radhe Shyama. Kamala Bimala Mithila Dham. Kamala Bimala Mithila Dham. Avadha Sarayu Ayodhya Dham. Avadha Sarayu Ayodhya Dham. Jai Siya Ram Jai Jai Hanuman. Sankat Mochan Kripa Nidhan. Jai Siya Ram Jai Jai Hanuman. Sankat Mochan Kripa Nidhan. Jai Siya Ram Jai Jai Hanuman. Jai Siya Ram Jai Jai Hanuman. Sankat Ramachandra Bhagavan ki jai. Kamala, Vimala, the two names of the rivers by Mithila Dham, and then Avada Sarayu Sitaram. Very nice. So as we have come to the end of the Shri Ram Manas portion of today, we will reveal the curtains. Okay, we'll do Purnamati. Yes, we'll do Purnamati. Harihi Om Purnada Viparapata Sapurna Punarapata Vasaneva Vikrina Vaha Ikamurja Gum Shatakratoho Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purna Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Sarvam Vai Purnagmo Svaha Sarvam Vai Purnagmo Svaha Sarvam Vai Purnagmo Svaha. बोलिए सियावर रामचंद्र भगवान की जय. वसोहो पवित्रमसि शतधारं वसोहो पवित्रमसि सहस्रधारं देवस्वा सविता पुनातु वसोहो पवित्रेण शतधारेण सुक्वा कामदुक्षः स्वाहा. Everyone raise your hands nicely towards Agni Bhagwan. Repeat after me. Om Shraddham Medham Yashah Prajnam Vidyam Buddhim Shriyam Balam Tejah Ayushyam Arogyam Dehi Me Havya Vahana Ramaya Ramabhadraya Ramachandraya Vedhase Raghunathaya Nathaya Sitaya Pataye Namaha. Yagyeshwar Narayana Bhagavan ki jai. Take blessings of Agni Bhagavan over your bodies 3 times. Now we turn our focus from here to Shri Ramji over there. And I'll ask Devji, hi. Join Pandit Kandha, Pandit Arun to do Archana. Very simple. Archana, we have 108 names of Bhagavan, which is the highest form of puja that we do. Remember, it's 108 names. Very simple, very easy. All we have to do is say Nama. Right? So I will say Shri Ramaya, and you'll say Namaha. Right? Namaha, Q, because there's a Visarga at the end. No? Go to do Archana. He goes with. Go. So one of you will hold the basket of flowers, and the other one of you, every time there is a nama, you will offer. There is a tendency, if you look, that there's 2 different ways of doing things. In the south, they tell them so, pitch. And in the north, we take one flower nicely and place it at the feet of Bhagavan. Both the pitching, I heard the word pelting and pitching from people who are not acquainted with southern practices. The practice from Tamil Nadu and the Dravida region is that you offer it like this, in the remembrance of the deities that used to throw the flowers and rain them down from heaven, so it's not bad. But because me personally, I'm from Varanasi area in India, we will continue to offer at the foot. So please go ahead and foot offering of these flowers to Bhagavan Ram. So, in the meantime, those of you who have got your bhog, your naivedya, what will become prasad, we don't bring prasad. We bring bhog or naivedya, and once we offer it, becomes prasad. If you have that, just keep an eye on where it is and get ready in your mind to bring it. Once the archana is done, we'll go straight into that and then arati. Okay? So, first we'll do a dhyan mantra for Bhagavan Ram, and then we will continue. Ramo Rajamani Sada Vijayate Ramam Ramesham Bhaje Ramena Vihata Nishachar Chamu Ramaya Tasmai Namah Rama Nasti Parayanam Parataram Ramasya Dasosmyam Rame Chittalaya Sada Bhavatu Me Bho Rama Mamuddhara Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Dhyanarthe Pushpani Samarpayami. So we offer those flower petals that we used for dhyana, and now we do each one petal for these 108 names. Everybody please repeat Nama when it is time. Om Shri Ramachandraya Namaha Ramabhadraya Om Shashwataya Om Rajivalocanaya Om Srimate Ramajendraya Om Raghupungavaya Om Janaki Vallabhaya Om Jaitraya Om Jitamitraya Om Janardanaya Om Vishwamitra Priyaya, Om Dantaya, Om Sharanya Tatparaya, Om Bali Pramathanaya, Om Vagbhine, Om Satyavache, Om Satyavikramaya, Om Satyavrataya, Om Vratathalaya, Om Sada Hanumadashrayaya, Om Kausalyaya, Om Bharatvansine, Om Viradhavat Panditaya, Om Vibhishana Paritratre, Om Dashagriva Shiroharaya, Om Saptakala Prabhetre, Om Harakotanda Khandanaya, Om Jamadakya Mahadarpadanaya, Om Pratakanta Krite, Om Vedanta Paraya, Om Bhavabandheka Bhikadaya, Om Trishira Dushanaya, Om Trishira Dushanaraye, Om Trimurtaye, Om Trigunaya, Om Trayini, Om Trivikramaya, Om Trilokatmane, Om Punyacharitra Kirtanaya, Om Trilokarakshakaya, Om Dhanvine, Om Dandakaranya Vasakate, Om Ahalya Pavanaya, Om Pitribhaktaya, Om Varakpradaya, Om Jitendraya, Om Jitakrodhaya, Om Jitalokhaya, Om Jagatgurave, Om Rikshabana Sandhatine, Om Chitrakuta Samashrayaya, Om Jayantatrana Varadaya, Om Sumitra Putra Sevitaya, Om Sarvadevadevaya, Om Udavanar Jivaya, Om Maya Maricha Hantre, Om Mahabhagaya, Om Mahabhajaya, Om Sarvadevastitaya, Om Somyaya, Om Brahmanyaya, Om Nisattamaya, Om Mahayogine, Om Mahodaraya, Om Sugrivasthira Rajyadaya, Om Sarvapunyadika Phalaya, Om Smita Sarvaghanashaya, Om Adi Purushaya, Om Mahapurushaya, Om Kvarava Purushaya, Om Punyodayaya, Om Mahasarayaya, Om Purana Purushottamaya, Om Smitavakraya, Om Mitabhashane, Om Bhubhabhashane, Om Raghavaya, Om Anantagurugambhiraya, Om Dhirodhata Gunottaraya, Om Maya Manusacharitriyaya, Om Mahadeva Vibhuchitaya, Om Setukrite, Om Jitavarishaya, Om Sarvatirthamayaya, Om Haraye, Om Shyamangaya, Om Sundaraya, Om Shuraya, Om Pitavasase, Om Dhanurdharaya, Om Sarvayagyadipataye, Om Sarvayagyadipaya, Om Yagyaya, Om Jaramaranavarjitaya, Om Shivalinga Pratishthatre, Om Sarvagavanavarjitaya, Om Param Brahmane, Om Satchidananda Vigrahaya, Om Paranjyotishe, Om Parandhamne, Om Parakashaya, Om Paratparaya, Om Pareshaya, Om Paragaya, Om Paraya, Om Sarvabhutatmakaya, Om Shivaya, Om Ham Hanumate, Om Akaraya, Om Yonaye, Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram, Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram, Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. बोलिए सियावर रामचंद्र भगवान की जय। भगवान सबके लिए मंगल करें, सबका आयु का वर्धन करे, सब दुखों को, कष्टों को, रोगों को भगवान हरे। और जैसे हनुमान जी इनके चरणों में सदा सेवा में निरत है, वैसे हम सभी को वास मिले, स्थान मिले। May we always be able to turn to the inspiration of Bhagavan Shri Ram in our darkest moments. May He guide us. May Sita Ji care for us. May Lakshman protect us. And may Hanuman Ji be our strength for all the rest of the days of our lives. Bole Siyala Ramchandra Bhagavan ki jai. You can do pranams and join us back here. And I will ask everyone who has got bhog, please bring their bhog nicely and offer to Bhagavan as we do thal. अपराध सहस्राणि क्रियते हर्निशं मया दासो यमिति मामत्वा क्षमस्व परमेश्वर मंत्रहीनं क्रियाहीनं भक्तिहीनं जनार्दन यत्पूजितं मया देव परिपूर्णं तदस्तु मे देव please thank you. And as people bring their, as devotees bring their bhog to offer to Bhagwan Shri Ram, everything, you may bring your bhog. Pandit Kandha ji and Arun ji are there, they will offer the bhog for you. Just round the, yes, you can just go in a line nicely there, and we will sing Ram Rasiya Mere Man Basiya Ruchi Ruchi Bhog Lagao Rasiya Ram Rasiya Mere Man Basiya Ruchi Ruchi Bhog Lagao Rasiya Ram Rasiya Mere Man Basiya Ruchi Ruchi Bhog Lagao Rasiya Ram Rasiya Mere Man Basiya Ruchi Ruchi Bhog Lagao Rasiya Shabari ki mere Surama ke dand mein Shabari ki mere Surama ke dand mein भाव सहित तुम रसिया रुचि रुचि भोग लगाओ रसिया भाव सहित तुम रसिया रुचि रुचि भोग लगाओ वो अमृत हो जाए, अमृत भोजन पाए के तेरा दास अमर हो जाए, तेरा दास अमर हो जाए। श्री और बिहारी लाल की जय, सियावर रामचंद्र भगवान की जय। So as our Pandit ji finish offering bhog over there, we should sing on bhajan all along. You know the words, you know. Somebody came to Ayodhya. Come let us go dance. You know the translation? Oh, Bhagwan may know the words. Yum, yum. As my grandfather would say, yum fire. You know?
रामा अयोध्या में आए, चलो रे सखी राम से मिले, चलो रे सभी राम से मिले। प्रभु
रामा अयोध्या में आए,
चलो रे सखी राम से मिले, चलो रे सभी राम से मिले।
रामा अयोध्या में आए,
चलो रे सखी राम से मिले, चलो रे सभी राम से मिले। प्रभु अयोध्या में आए, चलो रे सखी राम से मिले, राम से मिले, सिया राम से मिले, राम से मिले, सिया राम से मिले। चलो रामा अयोध्या में आए, चलो रे सखी राम से मिले, चलो रे सखी राम से मिले।
sorry for less, I can't ignore it. At least one. Because it's my Nana's favorite one, so it doesn't need this one side. Two line. पाप सब भागा भक्ति जब साधा, श्री राम के चरणों में मन जब लागा। पाप सब भागा रे भक्ति हम अपने आप को समझ सुभागा, श्री राम के चरणों में मन जब लागा। पाप सब
Chalo mana Hare Krishna Rama, Hare Krishna Rama, Hare Krishna Rama. Radhe chalo mana Hare Krishna Rama, Hare Krishna Rama, Sada Sukha Rama. Jai Ram Shri Ram, Jai Jai Rama, Jai Ram Shri Ram, Jai Jai Rama, Shri Ram Jai Ram, Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Rama, Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Rama. Kali chalo mana Hare Krishna Rama, Kali chalo mana Hare Krishna Rama, Kali chalo mana Hare Krishna Rama, Hare Krishna Rama, Sada Sukha Rama. Hare Krishna Rama, Sada Sukha Rama. Kate chalo mana Hare Krishna Rama, Hare Krishna Rama, Sada Sukha Rama. Raghupati Raghav Raja Rama, Raghupati Raghav Raja Rama, Patita Pavana, Patita Pavana, Patita Pavana Sita Rama. Kate chalo mana Hare Krishna Rama, Kate chalo mana Hare Krishna Rama, Hare Krishna Rama, Sada Sukha Rama. Kate chalo mana Hare Krishna Rama, Hare Krishna Rama, Sada Sukha Rama, Hare Krishna Rama, Sada Sukha Rama, Hare Krishna Rama, Sada Sukha Rama.
बोलिए सियावर रामचंद्र भगवान की जय. We should give Uncle a big round of applause for that. That was lovely. So, devotees, we could sit here and sing the glories of Bhagwan Ram for the rest of the afternoon, I'm sure, and even into the night. I want to give you two pieces of instruction or suggestion. Not instruction, suggestion. I forgot. I thought I was in my classroom again. Suggestion number one. You can go home and look on YouTube. There's a nice bhajan called Dekho Dekho Diwali Aaj Aayi Re. You can go home and play that in the evening and light undiya to welcome Bhagwan Ram back home. That'd be nice. And number two, as much as you can between now and tonight, of course, the muhurt for tomorrow in India time, you can use your Apple Watches and Google and whatever, and figure out what IST, which is Indian Standard Time, means for Eastern Time here. But it's the muhurt that they've taken for tomorrow is between 12:10 in the daytime and 12:39 p.m. in the daytime tomorrow in India, which means some kind of time tonight, I think around 1 something. 2 something, yeah. So if you're awake at that time and you're, doom scrolling on your phone, you might scroll over to the Pran Pratishtha. Doordarshan is the channel, Doordarshan, which just means TV. Doordarshan, which is the oldest TV channel in India. If you look at their YouTube channel, you will see that they are broadcasting the Pran Pratishtha, the establishment ceremony of Bhagwan's Murti, so that you can do. Those are the two suggestions I have. And if you can, two suggestions plus. If you can, and you have people that don't know about what this is in your family, you might just want to broach the subject. Today they're establishing, and when they take it in that New York Times kind of lens, you can say that might be their perspective. Here's our perspective. Okay? There does not mean, and I want you to hear this clearly, there does not mean Muslim. Muslims are our brothers and sisters. Muslims helped us in Guyana build the first mandirs in Bath Estate. If you're from that area, the first mandir was built by the help of the Muslim people, and their masjid was built by the help of the Hindu people. I don't know if you know this. And we live like brothers and sisters because we were not in India for the nonsense that the British created to separate our people in the way that they did. We were not there for that. So don't let that don't let that come into your mind. The narrative we have is based on archaeology, is based on our scripture. If you don't want to believe in scriptures, then archaeology. Look up the judgment, the Supreme Court judgment, and you'll find every single piece of evidence photographed and documented there that you can help people understand. We don't just make things up. We didn't fall from a mango tree and hit our head on the way and down on every single branch. We're not that stupid. We have some kind of history. Let's share it with people within our families that need to do. Boliye Siyavar Ramachandra Bhagwan ki. Let us all stand for the Aarti. Om Chandrama Manaso Jatas Chakshuhu Suryo Jayata Shrotravayash Pranash Mukhadagnirajayata. Let everybody clap and sing along with the Aarti, which is specific for Ayodhya. This is what they were singing at the Yajna yesterday, the day before. For 5 days they've been singing this Aarti. Let's join with them. Let us join our hearts with the hearts of the people that are bringing Bhagwan Ram back to Ayodhya. आरती अवध बिहारी की लखन सिया जनक दुलारी की आरती अवध बिहारी की लखन सिया जनक दुलारी शीश पर कीट मुकुट सोहे शीश पर चंद्रिका की छवि मन मोहे लखन सेवा बलिहारी की लखन सिया जनक दुलारी लखन सेवा अवध बिहारी की लखन सिया जनक दुलारी आरती अवध बिहारी की लखन सिया जनक दुलारी कपोलन पे अल के झलके कपोलन पे अल के झलके वसन पे बिजली सी चमके कभी कजरारे नैनन की लखन सिया जनक दुलारी की कभी कजरारे नैनन की लखन सिया जनक दुलारी की आरती अवध बिहारी की लखन सिया जनक दुलारी आरती अवध बिहारी की लखन सिया जनक दुलारी लखन सिया जनक दुलारी की जिए जुग श्यामल का जोड़ी भजोरे मन सक माया तोड़ी तरस हित युगल बिहारी की लखन सिया जनक दुलारी की तरस हित युगल बिहारी की लखन सिया जनक दुलारी की आरती अवध बिहारी की लखन सिया जनक दुलारी की आरती लखन सिया जनक दुलारी की लखन सिया जनक दुलारी की लखन सिया जनक दुलारी ओम जय बजरंग बली प्रभु जय बजरंग बली जबली शरण तिहारी जबली शरण तिहारी तब तब विपटी करी ओम जय बजरंग बली वाम काज के कारण बार किया सिंधु आपद्रस्त जनों के आपद्रस्त जनों के तुम ही हो बंधु ओम बजरंग भूत प्रेत के भय को क्षर भर दे हरते प्रभु वेदा बुद्धि बढ़ा सुख संपत्ति कर दे ओम जय बजरंग बली लक्ष्मण प्राण बचाए लाय अमृत होते बस एक आप लगाते गोटी की गोटी ओम जय बजरंग बली राम भक्त की आरती प्रेम सहित गावे प्रभु कहरणी धर वानर वांछित फल पावे ओम जय बजरंग बली ओम जय बजरंग बली बपु जय बजरंग बली जबली शरण तिहारी जबली शरण तिहारी सब सब विपति हरी ओम जय बजरंग बली ओम जय बजरंग बली ओम जय बजरंग बली आराधिक्यं समर्पयामि भगवते श्री सीतारामाभ्यां नमो नमः बोलिए सियावर रामचंद्र भगवान की
Devotees, Om Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kansa Chanurmardanam Devaki Paramanandanam Krishnan Bande Jagat Gurum Govinda Govinda Hare Murari Govinda Govinda Mukunda Krishna Govinda Govinda Ratanga Pado Govinda Govinda Namo Namaste प्रेम से बोलो भगवान कृष्ण राधा माई की जय प्रेम से बोलो भगवान विष्णु लक्ष्मी माई की जय प्रेम से बोलो भगवान शंकर पार्वती माई की जय प्रेम से बोलो श्री महावीर देवता की जय प्रेम से बोलो सब देवतरों सब देवियों की जय जय सीताराम and devotees today we thank this Pandit who refers so many important mantras which was so wonderful today with all these mantras that I listened, that he
read for today, and we enjoy listening to it. And so let us all pray to bless him so that he can become more educated and he can be able to preach the Katha to others so others can be able to be enlightened. Let us all pray and beg Bhagwan to bless all of us who are here, who are absent also. And let us ask Bhagwan that who are not interested in whatsoever we are doing here, O Bhagwan, bring them come so that they can be able to listen and sit down and listen to the glory of your wonderful name. So after that, they can be able to go with you with an open heart, where you will open your two hands to accept them. Om Tumeva Matascha Pita Tumeva Tumeva Bandhuscha Sakha Tumeva Tumeva Vidya Dravidam Tumeva Tumeva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva Papoham Papo Karmaham Papi Atva Papa Sambhua Trahimam Pundarikaksham Sarve Papo Haro Hari Mantrahinam Kriyahinam Bhaktihinam Janardanam Yatra Pujata Maya Deva Paripurnam Tadastame Bara Bara Varamagahu Harachi Deva Sirirang Parasarojanupavahi Bhakti Sadasat Sangasya Pati Ramachandra Ki Jai Sharanam Prabhu Umapati Mahadeva Ki Jai Pavana Sutta Hanuman Ki Jai Siya Bhadu Ramachandra Ki Jai Sharanam Prabhu. Devotees, I ask everyone, let us all bow down and talk to Bhagwan. He always listens to us. Whatsoever we want to tell him, he in all of our mind, and he can always listen to whatsoever we want to tell him. Tell him how we need to be very close to him. Om Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Deva Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Sri Guruve Namah. Om Jhau Shanti Antariksha Gwan Shanti Prithvi Shanti Rapa Shanti Roshadhau Shanti Banaspate Shanti Vishwadeva Shanti Brahma Shanti Sarvagwan Shanti Shanti Deva Shanti Sama Shanti Rethi Om Avahanam na janami Visarjanam Puja Vidhi na janami Shamyatam Parameshwaram. प्रेम से बोलो भगवान कृष्ण की जय, राधा माई की जय। प्रेम से बोलो भगवान विष्णु की जय, लक्ष्मी माई की जय। प्रेम से बोलो भगवान शंकर की जय, पार्वती माई की जय। प्रेम से बोलो सब देवतनों सब देवियों की जय जय सीताराम। थैंक यू।
So the aarti is coming around. There's prasad for everyone. Thank you all for coming. I'm doing that on behalf of Pandit Kandha ji. Aarti, Panchamrit, prasad. Make sure to take that. And of course, there's Bhoomi prasad too. There's 2024 calendars according to Karishma. I believe they're over there. You can speak to them in order to get hold of your 2024 calendar. And then we're going to have someone who's going to sing a lovely bhajan for us. Let us enjoy. But you can also do that stuff too.
Ram Naam
रमता सकल जहां, घत घत में जो रम रहा, उसको राम पहचान। तेरा राम जी करेंगे बेड़ा पार रे, बेड़ा पार रे, बेड़ा पार। तेरा राम जी करेंगे बेड़ा पार, उदासी मन काहे को करे,